Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this special edition of Inside Golf, our coverage of the 2024 Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic at Sunnybrook Golf Club. I'm Harry Donahue. This is Matt Fry. He is Director of Communications for the Philadelphia section of the PGA. And this, in many ways, is a really special event every year. This is the 26th year, Matt. It's been held here at Sunnybrook. And what makes it extra special? Well, the amount of money that goes not just to the winner, but also to the field.
That's correct, Harry. The winner gets $100,000. That's the biggest first place prize of any section tournament in the country.
Right, and there are, more than 140 Philadelphia area pros involved in this event. And last night they spent a lot of time dreaming about walking away with a check for $100,000.
Yes, they did. It's a very big tournament on our section calendar, maybe the biggest.
Something else that's special about this event, because of the nature and the fact that it's the largest purse, there's always the possibility that at the end of 18 plays of regulation, you're going to have a playoff. Yeah, we had one last year. Ryan Bergstall from Shawnee won it, and he's in the field again today trying to make it 2 in a row. What do the players think? Do they get the same sense of anxiety that we get, do you think, knowing that they can walk away with $100,000?
Absolutely. There's a lot of pressure on it. They like to say they don't think about it, but when they're on the 18th hole and they've got a putt to win, it's in their mind.
And talking about the venue, Sunnybrook, it's here in Plymouth Meeting. It was designed way back in 1954. At that time, it was a move, actually. They had an original Sunnybrook down in Flowertown.
That's correct.
But because of the construction of Route 309, they bought land up here, and that parcel of land became what we know today as Sunnybrook. They've made some changes, and as I said, it has kind of survived the test of time. The USGA held at one time the Senior Amateur Championship here. Also, the Women's Amateur Championship was held in 1978. So, we're getting ready to tee things off, and we'll be back. The 2024 edition of the Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic coming up next on this very special edition of Inside Golf. The 26th edition of the Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic is brought to you by Haverford Trust, the Philadelphia PGA Section, and Destination Montco Golf.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality, a chance to be part of a team, a career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
Parking is free! Hey! $4! Yes!
With so many affordable things to do in Montgomery County, PA, go ahead, freak out.
I think our clients would say we have their best interest at heart.
We recognize that beyond the numbers, investment management is about people and relationships. It's about children and grandchildren. It's about your legacy.
At Haverford, we take care of our clients better than any company that I know.
Everyone talks about the culture, and it's honestly true. We care about the people who work here, as well as the people that we serve.
Welcome back. Special edition of Inside Golf from Plymouth Meeting and Sunnybrook, where some of the members are enjoying the 2024 Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic. Harry Donahue along with Matt Fry, and a look, Matt, at a two-time winner of this event, George Forster.
Yeah, George is, he continues to play well in his older age, and I wouldn't be surprised if he contended here today.
Older age, but boy, he does look a lot younger. Now this is Braden Shattuck beginning his day on number 10.
Yeah, Braden's coming off of a low club pro finish at Valhalla in the PGA Championship. He's certainly a favorite today.
Next up on 10, right down the street from Philadelphia Cricket Club, assistant professional there, Rusty Harbaugh.
Yeah, Rusty is also a past champion. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw him at the end of the day with a check.
Mike Little, second shot from a bunker on number 13. Mike out of clubhouse 54. He's always a competitor not only in this event, but most of the section events.
He's a very good player. That wasn't his best, but that was a tricky lie in that bunker.
Here's an old favorite of ours, Tom Karpus.
Mr. Karpus is working for the PGA Tour Champions as a rules official, and he's just left that birdie putt short. He's kicking himself.
Yeah, he's been playing pretty well in this event. Little tap in for par for Tom, the former head pro at Kennett Square. Mike Little again, third shot on number 13.
This is so fast, Harry, coming down that hill, but he did an excellent job controlling that spin.
He'll have that to save par here. A little tricky. These greens can be really slick, can't they?
That was an excellent putt.
All right, let's go to Kyle Early.
Kyle is out of Waynesboro Country Club, a really good player here, but this is not the easiest shot.
Second shot on the par 3, 8th hole.
You can see how fast that green is running away from the hole. But that
No problem for Kyle.
No problem at all.
He makes the par 3 at that tricky number 8. Rusty Harbaugh, tee shot on par 3, 13th hole.
Yeah, Harry, this is a tough hole today. With this wind, it's really whipping out there. But that was a good shot.
Out pin high on the left. Next up from Lehigh Country Club, where he was the head pro for years, Wayne Phillips. His brother, they keep it in the family, Ken Phillips, is in his first year as the president of the Golf Association of Philadelphia.
It's a great golf family. He's a PGA Life member. Another good shot there from Wayne.
Yeah, he also on the left side, almost pin high. And next up on the tee at the par 3 is Braden Shattuck.
Braden's anxiously watching it.
I think he's going to go the other way. No, he also stays on the left side. There you go.
Just a little short. He avoided that false front, though. He's safe.
He's got an uphill putt. Better than putting downhill from that distance.
Very true.
On number 8, Rick Flesher. He's the teaching pro at Lehigh Country Club.
That's an excellent shot. That's maybe the closest we've seen today on 8.
Yeah, he may get a sleeve of balls, huh? Closest to the pin. George Forster, his tee shot on the par 3, 8th hole.
This is an elevated tee shot. It's kind of hard to control your distances on this one. Just misses to the right there.
And we stay at the par 3, 8th with a look at a tee shot from Brian Kelly. He and George got the memo when it came to what shirts they were going to wear.
They must have coordinated. I tell you what, that's a great shot.
Puts it in there about 10 feet to the right of the pin. Shattuck now, birdie putt on number 13.
He's going to have to hit this hard, Harry, to get it all the way to the hole. It's a steep hill.
Enough juice? Well, he did, but slides by on that right side. Harbaugh now with a birdie putt uphill on number 13.
This is going to slide quite a bit, and it's quite fast, as you can tell by the how softly he hit that ball.
And misses on the left.
Just straightened out on him a little.
Now Phillips with a birdie try.
See if he learned anything from Rusty, a similar line.
He learned a lot.
That's a great birdie.
Birdie putt for Wayne Phillips. And we stay here on 13. This is going to be Rusty Harbaugh trying to make par. Little tap in.
Par's never a bad score on this hole.
Braden Shattuck is next with a par putt on 13, and he makes. Let's go to the 18th hole. This is Greg Mathias out of Pennsauken.
That's right. Yeah, he's having a nice little round already, although he had a tricky shot there from near the trees.
This is his 9th hole of the day. This is George Forster. Lengthy birdie putt uphill. Big break right to left on number 8 for George.
He hung it out there a little bit, but that was really good speed, Harry. He's got a good chance of making that.
Now we have Brian Kelly. This is for birdie at number 8.
See how softly he hit that. It's a great putt.
Must be the yellow ball. He makes. Flesher down with a birdie putt on number 8.
Oh, he just didn't hit it, Harry. He's going to be kicking himself for that.
Taps in for the par. Staying here at number 8, this is George Foster.
This is a little knee knocker down the hill, but a good confident stroke by George.
And saves par with that confident stroke. Let's go out to number 13, the par 3. This is John Pillar from Woodlock Springs up in the Pocono region.
John's been having a solid year so far in Section Calendar Tournament.
John was the comeback player of the year in 20 years ago, 2004.
I believe that's right.
Middle of the fairway, second shot on number 16, Mike Little.
He hit that really well. It's just going to come up a little short on this par 5, but an excellent chance to make a birdie here. And here's his approach.
Slides it by a little bit. That'll be a testy little 10-footer for Mike Little. This is John Pillar. Birdie putt on number 13, Matt.
He can be pretty aggressive coming up the hill.
And he was. Nice birdie there for John.
Really good birdie there on such a tough little par 3.
Speaking of birdies, at number 16, we got Mike Little trying to make one after he found some bunker issues.
Oh, he's not going to like that. He left it just a little short.
Little 1-inch tap in for par at 16 for Mike Little. We go to number 9, and in that bunker, deep as it is, this is Early with his third shot.
Yeah, this is going to be hard to control the spin. It runs away from him there, and it runs through.
Boy, that did get away.
Now he's going to hope to 2-putt for bogey.
At number 16, we have Harbaugh. This is his second shot on that 16th hole, right in the middle of the fairway for Rusty.
Yeah, he's far back there, but he's long enough. He can get close to the green.
Well, let's see. He's leaning a little bit. Looks like he may have caught that bunker.
Yeah, it looks like it. That's a deep one, too.
Braden Shattuck.
This is not an ideal position, but
Where's the opening, huh?
We've seen him hit some impressive shots from tough places, and he hit one. Just misses to the left, but that's going to be a really good chance of getting up and down for birdie. On this par 5. All right, back to Rusty. Somewhere in that bunker. There's his club. There's his swing. He's a tall man, too. You can tell how deep that bunker is, and that's a great shot. It's rolling backwards through the hole.
So he'll have that for a birdie try. Meanwhile, third shot for Shattuck.
Almost made it for eagle. Great attempt. That should be a tap-in birdie. This is Rusty Harbold for birdie on 16.
Slightly uphill.
Oh, he just left it short, too. That's
right
brutal.
In the center. He'll tap in for par. And let's see if Braden Shattuck can finish off with a birdie here on number 16.
This would do a lot going into 17. It's a tough hole.
He makes for birdie at number 16. We'll take a break. Be back with the 2024 Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic on this special edition of Inside Golf. The 26th Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic is brought to you by the Haverford Trust Company. Quality investing. You know, this tournament's been around almost 30 years. And here at Sunnybrook, great location. We have some great weather again. And it wouldn't be possible without the folks at Haverford. And here's, well, talk about the folks. This is Joe McLaughlin. You've seen it before here in our coverage of this event. 25 years, Joe. You are the chairman, CEO of Haverford. You've seen it all, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been great. We're so pleased to be in an opportunity to sponsor an event like this. You know, it's the sectional pros here. There's an opportunity for somebody to win $100,000 today, but from Haverford's perspective, it's really about supporting the sectional pros and the staff at the PGA. They work long days, long weeks, from spring until fall. And it's a way for us at Haverford to say thank you on behalf of really all the members of the section. I want to thank George Cannell. He was the founder of this tournament.
It was all George's idea.
It was his idea. And he'll be out there today, hoping for a playoff finish.
Yeah, it gets pretty exciting around here later in the day when all the members get a chance to come out here and, share the, shall we say, Sunnybrook experience with the competitors. And sometimes it goes down to the wire, and sometimes, as you know, a few years ago, it went to day 2 before George Foster won that 7-man playoff.
And it's fun presenting the check, and as you said, sometimes it's life-changing. So
that's what it's all about.
It's a great story, yeah.
Well, Joe, thanks to Haverford, and you represent Haverford. Thanks very much for everything.
Thank Inside Golf and you for all these years of presenting this to everybody in the Philadelphia area. So really appreciate it.
Well, we're all about the section and also the Golf Association of Philadelphia, too, and folks like Haverford make it all possible. Thank you. And we go from Joe McLaughlin to John Pillar. Matt, his second shot on the par 5 16th.
Yeah, he's way back, but he has enough length to get close to the green. I think he's in that front bunker, which is very deep.
We may never see him again. Rusty Harbaugh, birdie putt on number 17.
He hit this one pretty close, Harry. He's got a good chance, but out of it early. He did not like that at all.
He may have a longer putt now trying to save par.
He might. It's really quick coming down that hill.
Wow, we talked about it. These greens are super fast. Shattuck birdie putt on the 17th. Makes.
That's a big birdie. Really good, important going into 18.
Harbaugh, par putt.
Oh, Rusty. Yeah, he's going to be kicking himself for 3-putting on 17 there.
Taps in for bogey. All right, back to John Pillar. There he is.
As we said, very deep, but it didn't affect him at all. Knocked to about 5 feet for birdie.
Yeah, you got it in there nice and tight.
And for birdie?
Oh, boy. We've seen some guys miss some short ones lately.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, and those short ones, you have to really commit to the shot.
This is Kyle Early, second shot on his last hole, number 18 here at Sunnybrook.
He's playing a big draw, using some of the wind.
That's going to go deep into that left corner. Does it come back at all? Maybe a little bit of backboard slope, but not much.
He's going to have to be really mindful of his speed there.
Let's go to 17. This is a former winner of the Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic, Dave McNabb out of Applebrook. That was his second shot. He entered the hole at 2 under par, so he's in the hunt.
No, he's not happy with that. Yeah, that's a costly error.
These greens are starting to take charge a little bit. Little bogey for Dave McNabb. Kyle Early, birdie putt, a lengthy one, down the hill here at number 18.
Yeah, remember what I said about speed. It's all about speed on this, and it looks like he did a really good job.
So he'll tap that in and finish his round at 2 under par. Back to number 15. Another look at Tom Karpus, his third shot from just off the green.
If you haven't noticed, there's a theme. When you're past the hole, you have quick downhill putts, and this is one of them.
Yeah, a little bit more on that than he wanted, I think, but he'll try to tap in for par. And successful. 4-footer made by Tom Karpus. Kyle Early trying to finish at 2 under par on that 18th hole, and he does. From Waynesboro, Kyle Early makes.
That's really good round there, Harry. He's got the clubhouse lead now. Now he's just got to sit back and wait.
Yeah, tradition indicates that anything 2, 3 under par, you may have to wait around. This is John Pillar at another bunker, this time his second shot on number 17. And John, at this point, is at 2 under par.
Yeah, you got to imagine he's thinking about that winner's check at this point in his round.
This is for par, and it lips out.
You have to be so precise on these greens. They don't give you anything.
Taps in for bogey. Back to the 13th, another tee shot on the par 3 from George Forster.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, the left side of the green is the prudent play, and it looks like he might even get a read on that putt.
George now with a birdie putt of length.
See if he can get it to the hole. People have been leaving it short.
You called it. But enough to just tap in for a par for George here at number 13.
Great putt, George.
We go to the 9th hole, and this will be the last hole of the day for Zach Oakley. Zach playing out of Bitterman in suburban Wilmington.
Yeah, Zach is our reigning section champion, and his father actually won the 2004 Senior Open Championship.
Pete Oakley.
And that's a pretty good putt, or excuse me, shot. And now for birdie.
And he will slide by and have that for a par on Zach Oakley's final hole of the tournament. All right, a look at the leaderboard, and we'll be back for more at Sunnybrook.
When you vacation in Montgomery County, PA, your money worries get a vacation too.
Oh, you gotta get your value.
Feel free to explore the soldiers' huts.
Free?
$4, that's it? Keep the lettuce coming, Diane.
Parking is free!
Hey, it's free!
With so many affordable things in Montgomery County, go ahead, freak out.
For your investment management must-haves, there's Haverford.
From anyone you speak with, from the front desk to your portfolio manager to an investment officer, we make everything feel really easy so that you can sleep well at night.
Everybody here is working together for that one goal, to make sure our clients are very well serviced.
Welcome back to this special edition of Inside Golf 2024 Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic with Matt Fry from the Philadelphia section of the PGA. I'm Harry Donahue. Glad you could join us for this special edition of Inside Golf. Always a fun time to be here for the Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic at Sunnybrook. Let's go back onto the course, catch up with the action. And this is Shattuck. This is his final hole on the day. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, he'd really like a birdie here and get in clubhouse lead, but he's going to have a long, slow putt coming up.
Dave McNabb, his second shot on his final hole. This is the 18th here at Sunnybrook. Dave right now sitting at 1 under par, and ooh, that's going to be tough to get up and down.
That might be the hardest shot on the whole golf hole.
Back to number 9, Braden Shattuck. This is a birdie putt.
Like I said, he's going to have to hit this hard to get it anywhere close to the hole.
Not hard enough, Matt.
He did not, and it's a little knee knocker.
Back we go to the 18th. Dave McNabb sitting at 1 under par. We saw him, though, sky it over the green. And here he is lining up a lengthy par putt, trying to stay at 1 under par.
Yeah, this is a situation where you just have to concentrate on your stroke.
So close.
He made a really good putt there.
But a bogey 5 at the 18th. Dave will finish after this tap in at even par on the day. Back to Shattuck at the 9th. He's got a par putt trying to finish up his round at 2 under.
To tie Kyle.
And he did the little walk early. 2 under par for Braden Shattuck from Rolling Green.
Yeah, I know he missed a couple putts, but he's got to be pretty happy with that round overall. Tough day with the wind.
Let's move over to the ninth hole. This is John Pillar and his second shot. He is sitting right now at 2 under par.
Yeah, he's coming off of a bogey on 8, so he wants to finish strong here.
Well, he overshot the green. He's got his third shot from the rough, downhill. Boy, this is going to be quick.
It's all about feel here, Harry.
Pretty good feel, pretty good touch. And he has that 3.5, 4-footer for par on number 9 to remain at 2 under and tied with Kyle Early.
That's a great putt. That's exactly what he needed.
Nerves of steel for John Pillar. Finishes at 2 under par, his round. Now we go out to number 15. We're taking a look at Brian Bergstall and his second shot at the 15th hole. Uphill.
He's got a wedge in his hand. He's a pretty long player, and that's actually an uphill putt. Bergstall's trying to make this putt for a birdie, which will put him into a tie for the lead at 2 under par. We know he can putt. And he makes it, and is now tied for the lead with the early round leaders.
A former winner of this event is Billy Stewart. His tee shot on the uphill, over the water, par 3, 5th hole.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen this hole, and it's quite a green. There's a lot of undulation in it, so you really have to be precise when you're coming into it.
Billy, assistant pro at nearby Union League, Liberty Hill. This for par. It would be a dandy at number 5.
Very good. Really confident stroke there from Billy. He's been there before.
Let's go to the 6th hole. In one of the bunkers there is Steve Swartz out of Carlisle.
Yeah, this is another tricky green here, and you can tell he had a lot of spin on that coming out of the fairway bunker. Long putt coming up.
A long birdie putt coming up at number 6 for Steve Swartz. That thing is still rolling. So this will be an attempt to go to 1 under, but he's long with it.
Yeah, the lag putting is tough here, and it's a big component in your rounds here at Sunnybrook.
Par putt to stay even, and Steve Swartz out of Carlisle makes, and he's at even par.
The pressure doesn't seem to be affecting him at all, Harry.
We move over to number 16, Brian Bergstall. Birdie putt. Just misses. He'll tap it in for a par and remain at 2 under par. Now to 7, down there in the fairway. Second shot of Steve Swartz.
Yeah, this is a par 5. There's a huge bunker fronting the green that eats up a lot of shots, and it sure looks like that's where his ball ended up, Harry.
These bunkers are having their way with a lot of guys, aren't they?
They are.
Tee shot at number 17 for our leader. Little downhill par 3, Brian Bergstall trying to navigate it.
This is where being such a long player can come in handy. He's got a shorter club than a lot of players.
Back we go to that bunker shot. Third shot on this hole, number 7 for Steve Swartz.
Yeah, everything runs away from the player here. He's got to really control spin.
Well, did a nice job. Not as much spin as he wanted.
But that's more uphill than you think.
Swartzo trying to make birdie from distance, trying to get to 1 under par on his round.
Great putt. 1 under with 2 to play. He's in great spot. He's giving his caddy, who is his son, a little fist bump there.
Birdie putt on the way for Bergstall at number 17.
Just a little push, Harry.
This tap in keeps him at 2 under par.
Still in the driver's seat.
We go to number 8 and the tee shot from Carlisle's Steve Swartz.
So this creek that runs along the left side, that's entering into a lot of players' heads today, but it sure didn't affect Steve, did it?
No, it did not. He is below the hole. He's got about 13, 14 feet for a birdie putt here at number 8.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most makeable putts on the whole green.
Easy for you to say.
I am not playing.
Well, how about almost make?
That was a good attempt.
Tap in for par, Steve Swartz at 1 under. And we'll take a break and be back at Sunnybrook. More of the 2024 Philadelphia PGA Haverford Golf Classic. The 26th Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic is brought to you by the Haverford Trust Company. Quality investing. Well, this is the Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic, and we're happy to have joining us right now the man that runs the Philadelphia section of the PGA, Executive Director Jeff Surratt. How many years now, Jeff?
going to 21 this year.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You must have started, I know, the old joke when you were 10 or 11, right?
That's right.
Hey, Jeff, you've been around now for 21 of these,
Mm-hmm.
okay, which is virtually like 80% of them
Yes,
in
sir.
its history. Any register in particular because of the way it finished? We've had some dramatic finishes.
Yeah.
We also had a finish that took a couple days to decide, not that long ago.
That was a good one. That was a good one. 7-player playoff. You all covered it. You covered it the next day when
early in the morning.
Yeah, we turned around and brought everybody back the following day, which was super fun. And George Forster ended up winning that. It was a great show, and I think it was really, really cool. You know, when you see somebody like George that wins. I think George's wins were almost more than 10 years apart. Really, really neat to see the level of golf that's played here by our members. And then I can't remember which year it was, what his year was, but Hugh Riley. Hugh, the year he won, the year before, Hugh was, if he wasn't dead last, he was close to dead last. So he went from worst to first, that 2 years in a row. So, stories like that. And then really positively impacted, our members here in the section going on, this is 26 years. So pretty impressive.
It is. And of course, you have to tip your hat, and we all do, to George Cannell from Haverford for the idea, first of all, and to be able to sustain it and to make it, shall we say, interesting every year.
It is quite interesting. What Mr. Cannell and the folks from Haverford do for us is beyond words, quite honestly. We were just looking up some things over the last few days, and the first event was back in 1997, and first place was $10,000. And the entire,
a lot of money at the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And the entire purse was $32,000. Now we're $100,000 first place and $117,000 of total purse. So inflation helps with that, but Mr. Cannell's inflation helped out a lot more. Really impressive, the run that we've had, and the folks that we work with at Haverford and their team couldn't be better people to work with.
All right. Well, we look forward to the post-round ceremony. Hopefully it's today. You never know. May spill over till tomorrow.
We don't talk about the P word, Harry. We won't talk about the P word. We just, we'll deal with, we'll deal with that when it comes. Right.
Well, we've already had one of those. Maybe that's enough for our hearts. But thanks a lot. We'll see you when you present the check to the winner.
Thanks, Harry. Appreciate it.
A check for $100,000. And here's Brian Bergstall, tee shot on 18. He's at 2 under right now, Matt. He's hoping he can get his hands on that check, right?
Yeah, just a good approach and a putt will make that happen. A great first start.
Yep, good start right in the middle of the fairway. And one of the guys already at 2 under, Braden Shattuck, watching the action. And there's Kyle Early. He's trying to stay loose, figuring, hey, maybe it will be a playoff and I'll be in it. This is Steve Swartz, his tee shot on number 9, his last hole. And then Bergstall's second shot on number 18.
Got to be careful, Harry. There's a false front here. If you're not careful,
it'll roll back like that.
Yeah, that's just a little too much spin there. That might come all the way off the front.
Wow. Well, he'll take that cart ride up to see what he has left. Yeah, he'll be, if he putts, putting off the green. This is Steve Swartz, his second shot.
Yeah, he's in the rough, but he's past all the trees. He actually has a decent chance here.
He's at 1 under par currently, trying to get into a playoff at 2 under.
Oh, that was a great shot.
Puts it right past the whole little tricky downhill 9-10 footer for Steve Swartz. And here is Brian Bergstall lining up his third shot at number 18.
I like the fact he's using putter here, Harry.
He would take a solo lead right here if he makes.
Ooh.
Just slips out.
That was a fantastic attempt.
Little too much aggression there, maybe?
A little bit. He's got a little knee knocker coming down, maybe 3 feet down the hill.
Wow. And that to stay at 2 under par and stay right now in the playoff. But, oh, he gave it everything he had. He did not try to lag that up there.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting onlookers.
Here's a big putt for Steve Swartz, a birdie putt to get him to 2 under par.
Yeah, maybe the biggest of his career.
He's got his son on the bag, watching, along with the members here at Sunnybrook.
Oh, he just hit that a little too firm.
A little too firm indeed.
Yeah, he can't believe it.
And now a lengthy par putt, but it makes no difference.
Too hard, I think he said.
Yep, can't believe it. Bergstall, big par putt, downhill.
Oh, boy,
Never
Harry.
got the hole.
Never touched it, yeah. That's an easy thing to do on these greens.
He'll make bogey and finish at 1 under. Meanwhile, on the adjacent practice range, 3 guys getting ready for what will amount to a 3-man playoff. Disappointment and a bogey 5.
But after winning last year, there's still 100,000 reasons he can smile.
Not right now, but he'll think about that maybe a little bit later on. So we go to a playoff involving 3 players. John Pillar, 2 under. Kyle Early, also 2 under par. Braden Shattuck at 2 under par. They're making their way. It's going to be conducted. All the holes of the playoff, Matt, will be on the 18th hole here at Sunnybrook.
Yeah, and it's a great crowd. We have a lot of people, a lot of members, a lot of our competitors stuck around to watch the action.
And we talked about it in the opening, how for some reason playoffs are a big part of the history in the 26 years of this event.
Yes, it is.
This is John Pillar. He'll be first. And John is looking left. Not a lot of good things over there.
No, but it looks like he got past the trees, so he'll just have to contend with some rough.
He'll have about 125 yards to the hole. Next, this is Braden Shattuck, right down the middle with his tee shot on his first playoff hole.
He pounded that one.
Kyle Early will be next to tee off. Looking to put it in the fairway and get a good start in the playoff. And it looks like he's managed to do that. Not as long as Shattuck, but at least he's on the short stuff.
Yeah, Kyle's long, but Shattuck is very long.
Well, the crowd has gotten a little bit larger. A lot of the members coming out. Media is here as well.
It's quite the event. A lot of people really look forward to this every year.
John Pillar. His second shot from the rough uphill to this green, number 18 at Sunnybrook, about 125, 130 yards. Puts it above the hole. How much of a run back will he get?
Not much.
Nothing at all.
Kyle from a similar spot. It's going to be hard to control the spin coming out of the rough.
Yeah, you want to make sure you get it up past the hole, but you don't want to have too much spin on it and have it go back down. That had no spin on it, and he's got a lengthy birdie putt.
Yeah, and as we've said before, those putts are extremely fast.
Shattuck. He's only got about 90 yards. He changed clubs, and it looks like maybe he should have stayed with the first one.
He might have been right in between clubs, and he went with the longer option and just followed through a little too much.
That is going to be a difficult up and down.
Some of these Sunnybrook members know that shot all too well.
Well, working from just off the green, trying to chip it close.
Yeah, got away from him a little bit.
Yeah, got away a lot, too much in a playoff situation like this. He'll need to make that for a par at number 18, our first playoff hole. Meanwhile, Kyle Early for birdie.
He just saw how quick Braden's shot was. His is going to be just as quick, and he knows it. Look at it.
He's got the flaps down, but they don't kick in enough. Yeah, that thing went a little too far past the hole for Kyle Early. Now, John Pillar, this can end it right here.
This is for the win.
Downhill, about 18 feet, left to right.
He's no stranger to big putts. Ooh.
My goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Can he be any closer?
Boy, about 8 inches from the hole, that was dead center.
It looked really good.
Here's Shattuck to stay alive. Trying to make a par putt.
Oh boy,
Moves
that's
to the
really
right,
a shame.
and it moves him out of the playoff.
His day is done, unfortunately. But Braden, you had a very nice round in regulation. Well played.
Yep, didn't happen for Braden Shattuck. And now he watches to see if it will be a two-man playoff here. First is Kyle Early, trying to get par from about 4.5, 5 feet below the hole.
Just make a confident stroke here. He did.
Got it in there. That left side widened out a little bit, but he made it. Now to join him in a playoff continuation is John Pillar.
This isn't a long putt, but it just got a little longer now that Kyle's in the hole with par.
So he has seen one competitor miss, the other make, and now he's got to do the same thing as Kyle Early. This is about a 4.5 footer.
No problem. He doesn't waste a lot of time once he gets over the ball.
Got it done. So the playoff will continue between Kyle Early and John Pillar. Braden Shattuck is done after the first playoff hole here at Sunnybrook. We'll take a break, be back with the 2024 Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic on this special edition of Inside Golf.
One word that describes Haverford is dedication.
Disciplined.
Consistency.
Reliability.
Service.
Family-oriented.
Committed.
Accountability.
Quality. Doing everything well and with professionalism.
Integrity. Dedication.
Respect for both our clients and our employees.
There's just an amazing ability to feel that you're number one when you're working with us.
PGA Works is on a mission to ensure that the golf workforce looks more like America. This mission is a dream with a plan. Through fellowships, college scholarships, career exploration events, and championship golf. PGA Works is inspiring talent from diverse backgrounds to pursue careers throughout the golf industry. Visit pgareach.org. When you vacation in Montgomery County, PA, your money worries get a vacation too.
Oh, you gotta get your value.
Feel free to explore the soldiers' huts.
Free?
$4, that's it? Keep the lettuce coming, Diane.
Parking is free! Hey, it's free!
With so many affordable things in Montgomery County, go ahead, freak out.
We welcome you back to this special edition of Inside Golf. Playoff coverage, 2024 Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic. John Pillar has the honors on this second playoff hole, and this tee shot, Matt, is not one that he's really thrilled about.
No, he missed his first one to the left, and it looks like he might have missed the fairway again on this one, on the second hole.
Next on the tee, Kyle Early from Waynesboro, his tee shot on playoff hole number 2. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, he definitely got this one a little better than his first tee shot.
Kyle is away, and this is his second shot to the uphill par 4.
He's in that first cut of rough, but that shouldn't affect his ball flight or spin too much.
He went above the hole the first time. This time he's going to be a little bit, almost pin high, a little above pin high on that left side.
We haven't seen a whole lot of people from that spot, Harry. It's getting a little closer.
Yeah, it's coming back a little bit towards the hole. Where it stops, nobody knows yet.
I think he'll be happy with that.
I think he will be. From the rough, second shot for John Pillar on the way.
Oh, he just carried that false front. That's a great shot.
Gets it on the other side of the pin, and it too will be a nice birdie putt for John Pillar.
There's Mr. Cannell, the tournament founder.
George Cannell, yeah, it was his idea, and he loves it when there's these playoffs. Looks like it's going to be Pillar, the putt first, downhill, 18 feet for birdie.
Speed is so important here.
Got it.
Wow, that was such a good putt.
John Pillar.
That was rolling end over end perfectly.
Just had it drop in for the birdie free, and now all the pressure is on the shoulders of Kyle Early to keep himself alive. Yeah, John almost can't believe it, man.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart now for Kyle, but this is what you practice for.
Pressure, and he makes.
How about this playoff, Harry?
It will go to hole number 3. So both of these competitors with pars on the first playoff hole and lengthy birdie putts for Pillar and Early. And they'll head back to the 18th tee for another try.
Yeah, and the crowd is getting their money's worth here today. Really good golf.
Certainly, and playoffs part of the history here of the Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic. Once again, the honors belong to John Pillar.
John hit a much better drive this time around. He'll be playing from the fairway.
Yeah, first time in the 3 playoff holes. Kyle Early with his tee shot. Looks like it's going a little left. Will it stay in the fairway? No, it will not.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's in the bunker or the rough, but that'll be a trickier shot.
First to hit from the middle of the fairway, John Pillar. And he puts it in there tight. He's got that mojo from that big birdie putt he made on the second playoff hole.
Feels like he's in the driver's seat all of a sudden.
Yeah, it was the bunker shot. Coming up next here for Kyle Early.
The good news is he should have a lot of spin on this.
Wow, what a great job to get it up there under those conditions.
Yeah,
but he'll putt first. Had a little backspin, but it didn't come back quite as much as he wanted. And sitting in the driver's seat literally right now is John Pillar.
Yes, he is.
So downhill, little left to right break, Matt, on this 17, 18 footer.
It's going to be so speedy. Oh, boy.
Started to make a move right and then just kind of leveled out.
Just kept it on the high side, but that was a good putt.
So, Early will watch, like everybody else, as John Pillar prepares to make birdie and to win the playoff. Uphill, he's got about 9 feet. And he's got the championship. John Pillar, can you believe it? From Woodlock Springs, he has come back to win in his 50s and $100,000 prize money here in the Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic. Would it be a surprise to say John Pillar won? I think it would be.
I think so, but we're also happy for John. He's such a good guy. He plays his heart out, and there's no one better or more deserving than him.
And there is George Cannell, who started this whole event with his congratulations. And when we come back, we'll talk to the winner, the 2024 champion of the Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic, John Pillar, will join us in just a moment. John, I know you've played in a lot of these. You're not even sure, before we went on here, how many of the 26. You finished second, though, a couple times, but now you're holding the trophy, and you got the big check. How are you feeling?
I'm over the moon right now. I don't think it's hit yet, but what a show! And Braden and Kyle were just, what an amazing show! And I made the first putt. I knew he was going to make it.
Did you? That's what I was going to ask you. That's my next question. What were you thinking after you made yours and he had to still make it?
They always say expect it, and I just truly did. He had an uphill putt, and that made things a lot easier out here. So I knew that was going in. So when that happened, it was kind of another show. And then, I had a straight uphill putt, the second one, and I was nervous. I really kind of did a little mindfulness thing before. I was shaking like a leaf. And, just hit the line, and I'd putted well all day. The greens are perfect, and, about 2 feet from the hole, I had a pretty good idea it was going in, and that was a moment I won't forget.
I had to go to the notebook, John, and look at the bio. And for John Pillar, it says in 2004, you were the comeback player of the year in the Philadelphia section. Let me got the math straight. That was 20 years ago. You're going to win another one now?
Yeah, I don't
You're
know about
55. So that you were 35 years old.
Now, so,
or 57.
Yeah.
And here you are winning against, let's face it, it's a young man's game out there today.
But I think when you get it to a golf course that is in this condition and it's very tough, I think some experience helps out. And length wasn't that big of a factor because you got to work the ball around. But no, it's hard to believe. The comeback 20 years ago. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. It means you're really bad.
Hey, John, you're holding the trophy.
I'm doing all right now. I'm pretty good right now. I'm really happy. I can't wait to get home to my club at Woodlock Springs and have some fun with them and celebrate.
Well, in addition to winning the comeback player of the year in 2004, you have also been the section president over your lifetime. You played in the Players Club Pro Championship, I think, half a dozen times?
Yeah,
okay.
been fortunate.
So this is sort of like the icing on top, right? Or I don't know what else you can do.
When you get a little bit older, I'm going to be honest here, I didn't know when I would win again. Took some time off with my responsibilities with PGA of America, wasn't there, and at 57, again, the younger guys are playing and they're really good. I didn't think I was going to win again. I have to be honest. This is really it's overwhelming and emotional. To be honest with you.
Have a good feeling. What are you going to fill that up with the members back at Woodlock Springs pretty soon?
You don't know.
We don't want to know, right? John Pillar, folks. 2024 Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic champion. The 26th edition of the Haverford Philadelphia PGA Classic is brought to you by Haverford Trust, the Philadelphia PGA Section, and Destination Montco Golf.